Well, I've been holding on for this since Christmas, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to share this experience with everyone watching. This is the Atari 7800 Plus, and this is what's next. Well, here it is. My very first Atari game system. Yes, I have the Game Station Pro. However, this is actually the one that uses the cartridges, if you were not already aware. This is part of the Atari Plus Platform. So not only will it accept the 7800 cartridges, but it will do the 2600 as well. As you can tell, it comes with one controller, the CX78 Plus Gamepad, along with the Bentley Bears Crystal Quest game included. That's my first Atari cartridge. Super excited about this. Yes, I asked for it for Christmas. What do you think? I haven't grown up yet. Still a kid at heart. Anyways, if we look at the box, backwards compatibility with the greatest decade ever. We have the Atari logo there. More, kind of retro looking packaging here. And then on the back, we have some more information in regards to what's included in this box. We have the unit itself, the 7800 Plus, the wireless gamepad, Bentley Bears Crystal Quest, HDMI cable, and USB power cable. Yeah, I still have some tape from the gift wrapping that my wife did. So, but note that the AC adapter is not included in this packaging. So, did you have an Atari system growing up? One of my friends down the street did. I never got into that at the point, late 70s, early 80s. Obviously, I got into the Commodore. You've been seeing some of those videos being posted. Getting back into it again, actually. But as far as Atari was concerned, no, we never got into it. I don't know. Family couldn't afford it. Whatever the case may be. I believe that my wife got this during one of those discounts prior to Christmas on Amazon. So I'm assuming that she got it for around the $50 range at the time. Right now, it's a little bit more expensive. I'm going to show it on the screen. But, again, it seems to always be on sale. Here we got the Atari 7800 Plus gaming system. There's the cover. Got that out. Come on. There we go. Just kind of had to tip it down there. But there's the game system, your power buttons. I like the buttons on those. Reset. On the back, we could show it in 16:9 or flip it to 4:3. You have your power. Again, no power brick included, but the cable is there, and your HDMI, and then the base of the unit itself. Serial number 23269. So, not too bad. 23,269 units. That's good. All right, what else do we got in the box? We have our Bentley Bears Crystal Quest instruction manual. We have the quick start guide. And then over here we have our other Atari box, which I'm going to guess is probably the game cartridge and the wireless. Let me get this box out of the way. Oh, very cool. It's my very first gaming cartridge. Okay, that's not true. I do have Choplifter here from my Commodore 64, but never an Atari cartridge. Let's get that out. And it's just kind of in a paper sleeve. Doesn't actually come in like one of those cardboard boxes, but that's okay. And then we have that game controller along with our HDMI cable. Looks like we have a USB-C to USB-A cable. And we have another USB-A to USB-C cable. That's probably for the gamepad. Okay. You have the option of using it like that, or you do have the stick portion for that, and it should just screw on. I'm going to say that is a little... I could see that breaking off. It's a little flimsy, and I'm having a hard time getting it screwed into place. Alright, I'm going to try that in a few moments. It's hard to do it at an angle. Then we also have our wireless connections, or dongles, I should say. So, there we go. So that's everything. Alright, before getting this thing set up, I did get this screwed into place. And I'm going to tell you, that was not easy. I kept wanting to go in at an angle and I had to finagle it, and I did get it finally to go in. But otherwise, I do like the feel of this. That's pretty cool. And obviously right now, it looks like it's trying to connect. All right, it's time to get this thing set up. With the 7800 Plus set up, we have the joystick pad, gamepad, is already synced up. I'm using the USB-A connection on the side of the monitor, the HDMI in the back. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put in our Crystal Quest, get it in here. Yep, that's kind of how I remember doing game cartridges back in the day. Of course, I never had one. I would always get to use my friends. I'm going to hit the power button and let's see what we got. We have the Atari symbol. That's a plus. Now, one of the things that I heard that was kind of a downside, because this is software emulation, it has to load the game before it'll start playing it. So unlike the original 7800 or 2600, this does take a few moments for it to get going. A lot longer than I thought. And we got our Bentley Bears Crystal Quest. Now I have this in the 4:3 aspect ratio. So we're going to go ahead and get started with level 1. I've been playing this a little bit, so I now have kind of an idea of what's supposed to happen. I mean, so far the gameplay, I mean, for me, seems pretty decent. Except for that part. Except for that part. Okay, there we go. I cannot get over that. There we go. Oh, no. Oh, ratzle-fratzels. Let's try this again. Here we go. Might help if I jump. Oh my goodness. In my practice, I was doing so much better. Let's see again here. There's my jump. Jump. Oh, I'm going too fast. Well, hey, it's an Atari game system. I'm sure that most people probably understand. They're probably wondering, why the heck would you even go with this if you could just download this stuff and run it through an emulator or one of those retro game consoles? You know what? That's fine. You do you. For me, again, at the time that my wife purchased this during the holidays, it was worth it. It was around $50. And it just, it's me reliving my childhood. That is my initial look at the 7800. My goal this year, 2026, I'm setting goals high, is to play more video games. Let's take it back to the studio for my final thoughts. I am thrilled that I finally have a real Atari system, and I'm super excited to get more time with the Bentley Bear game. I need it. For a while now, I've been reading and watching how Atari has reintroduced their classic games and their reimagined game systems with new game cartridges. My hope is that they can keep riding high with this Atari Plus platform. Be interesting to see how that goes. As stated earlier, I know there are those who are saying, what's the big deal? Why don't you just download ROMs and play games in emulation like the rest of us? Well, I have. I have a Raspberry Pi Atari setup that I built, and there's the Atari Game Station Pro from my arcade. But it just didn't meet my nostalgia expectations. In the end, that's what I love about today's retro gaming. There's a solution for everyone. For me, it is inserting that game cartridge, pressing the power button, and playing games like it's the 80s all over again. Well, that's a wrap for today. If you found this episode helpful, informative, or fun, take a moment and click the thumbs up icon and subscribe button. To watch another episode, you can click either here or here, and until next time, I'll see you again for another episode of Hey, What's Next?